Today on the Monday Show, we're back after a couple weeks off. We're going to talk about Canon and other website-related news.
And also, we're going to talk about the best street photography lens.
So make sure you watch to the end of this week, March 11th, 2013. This is Monday Show number 7. Welcome back for another Monday Show. We've been off for a couple weeks. We had a lot of stuff that we had to take care of. So we're back with the Monday Show number 7, March the 11th, 2013. I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
And this is our usual Monday Show. We're going to talk about news related to cameras. Canon a couple weeks ago announced that they were researching and developing this new super highly sensitive sensor, the super 35mm, which is going to be great for things like astrophotography, security cameras. Not ready for your DSLR as of yet, but it's pretty neat because this camera can almost see in the dark.
That's crazy. That's just being able to see in that situations like that. It's insane.
And it's more geared towards that astrophotography where they say that these super long tellies, they lose a lot of light, so they need a really high sensitive sensor. So
Is it gonna be used for video too, or no? Usually.
Maybe. We'll see. I mean, I think what's going to happen is you'll see Canon develop this new camera or this new sensor. It'll go into some obscure product that nobody in the photography industry uses, like a security camera. Yeah. And then eventually the technology will trickle down into the DSLR. Yeah. So that'll be pretty neat.
That's cool.
We also saw from CanonRumors.com that some invites were going out for a Canon event on the 22nd of this month, which is really neat because I think Canon's finally going to come out with a 70D. And I think what we're going to see is the 70D come back to the, XXD line like the 50D was, mag alloy body, better build quality, a little more weather sealing, and more of that prosumer camera than the 60D kind of dumbed down to be.
Also on the website, we have some new galleries that are up that I posted. They're two 35mm scanned images, which are from my Canon AE1 and also my, Exacta ADX3. They're both 35mm SLR cameras. One is from Seaside, New Jersey, which is actually it was actually after our last summer vacation, so it was quite a while ago. But I had to get the film developed. Yeah, I think so. I had to get the film developed and all that stuff. I got it scanned and I edited it a little bit. Working with film is difficult. Probably have to do a series on that or stuff like that.
Yeah, the workflow. And then the other
The other gallery is Lomography Red Scale Film of Manhattan, which is one of my favorite galleries. I have a lot of favorite images from there.
Not my favorite thing, that red scale stuff, but red scale film is actually pretty popular. So you got Seaside regular film. What was that? 100, 400.
400. It was actually expired Kodak Max 400.
Kodak Max 400 from the Canon AE1, and then you have the Lomo Red Scale 140.
Yeah, it's in there. It's a variable ISO. So
from the Ektar EDX35. So two film galleries are up. Check them out. They're on the website. And you'll see some different things going on the website. We have right now we're in development for version 3 of the website, and we're adding little bits and features as we're going just to make sure everything works well. So if you see something not work, don't freak out. Just go back and try it again. I'm sure it'll work.
Hit that refresh button.
Yeah. So we have 2 new galleries, so that's exciting. 24mm video is still coming. Mike just shot some test video for me. I have some test pictures. I have to just put it all together and edit it. More GoPro 3 Black Edition content coming up. Just got in
some new accessories. New
battery packs from Wasabi Power, which are bigger milliamp hours than the stock one. And it also comes with a charger. That's going to be neat. I'm going to do a quick unboxing of that. And then also some other accessories, like Mike said, first-person shooter accessories. I'll show you guys how to do that on your DSLR, which is pretty neat too. So more content coming up, more features added to the website. Make sure you're checking out everything. Go to MetroPhotog.com, subscribe to all the social links and stuff like that to make sure you're up to date on everything.
Also make sure to follow us on the social links, like he said. I'll be posting galleries and stuff like that on there, recent videos that we have, and all that good stuff.
Yep.
So what is the best lens for street photography?
Best lens for street. I'm going to answer this from a focal length. I'm not going to answer it from a specific lens. I've been been getting the question quite a few times in my 70 to 200 video. A lot of people asking, is 70 to 200 a good focal length for the street? And you have to remember when you're shooting the street, first of all, what are you shooting? Are you shooting people or are you shooting architecture? Architecture, 70 to 200 is a horrible focal length. It's way too long.
Yeah.
Unless you're shooting something all the way down the street or something extremely far away. If you're in Manhattan standing on the street and trying to shoot really high up on the building, something like that.
You can use tilt shift for like something like that.
Yeah, I think you want, if you're shooting architecture, tilt shifts or something super wide angle. I mean, the 16 to 35 from Canon or any of those really, really super wide teles, super wide primes are great for architecture. Make sure you're shooting them correctly and that you could correct them in post because you're going to get a huge amount of distortion. But if you're going to shoot people, I think people, you want something that's going to be natural, and I wouldn't shoot under 35 millimeters for people. I wouldn't shoot over 70. I'm going to say street photography, a go-to lens probably for street photography is going to be a 35 millimeter prime.
35 millimeter prime or a 50 prime, I would say.
Or a 50 prime.
From shooting SLR film cameras, I have a 35 prime 2.8 and I have a 50 1.8 for both cameras that I have. And I think that the 35 prime works best for me because it's a wide and it's also the perfect length. It's an extension of your eye. I think it's the perfect length for the...
Yeah, I think your eyes are somewhere in between that 35 to 50 millimeter focal range, closer to 50. I think they're in like the 40 range. So, you know, you when you start going wider on the focal length, you start getting distortion, and then people's faces start distorting, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for portraits. We know that. Yeah. And when you're shooting on the street, you're taking pictures of people, it's the same thing. You're shooting portraits. So you have to be careful of where you're shooting your person. If you're shooting somebody on a super wide angle lens, like on a Rokinon.
Yeah, it's like just, it's not going to work really. I mean...
Either that, you have to make sure you keep them straight dead in the center of the frame where you're going to have less distortion.
Even if you are in dead center of the frame, you have the other half of the body underneath. It'll be really barrel distortion. So it's not really a great lens for street photography unless you're doing, you know, buildings and stuff like that or interior pictures. So
I mean, it's a neat effect and it's for purpose. And you have to really figure out what it is you're trying to create. Are you trying to create a really nice portrait with, you know, all that bokeh in the background? Then I think maybe you want a 70 to 200 because you want, you know, to compress your background. And I've seen videos where guys are shooting 300 primes on the street. You know, it all depends on
the
what
shot you're looking for, right?
So if you're a beginner and you want to walk around on the street, I'm going to say, you know, you're either in a zoom 24 to 70. That's a perfect focal range. You have really wide, you know, really wide on the one side and you're tele on the other on the 70 end. But if you're going to stick to primes, 35 or 50.
Yeah, I would say so. I agree.
Okay, so that was easy. So that was our best for street photography lens. We're not naming specific lenses because we know a lot of people don't have Canons. They have Nikons or whatever, Sigmas, whatever have you. But so that lower standard zoom or standard length is where you want to be for street photography. 35, 50, 24 to 70, somewhere in there. Depending on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to do something that's compressing the background, stuff like that, there's nothing wrong with taking a 300 prime, a 400 prime out on the street.
As long as you can carry it all day, I mean,
yeah,
it's up to you. I mean,
but those are calculated shots too. I mean, you're not going to be walking around all day looking for the shot. You're going to go somewhere. You're going to shoot it.
Yeah, knowing that the shot is there and you want to take it.
Yeah, so that's street photography lenses. Like we said, standard telephoto, standard zoom. That answers that question. So if you guys have any other questions, remember, send it to us at info at MetroPhotog.com. Go to the contact page if you'd like to fill out the form there. It's MetroPhotog.com/contact. It sends it to that email address, info at MetroPhotog.com. Or
you can drop us a line down below in the comment box.
That's fine too. You put it in the comments, we'll answer it as well. We try to get to them as quickly as possible.
All right, that's Metro Monday number 7 in the books.
Yeah, finally we're back after a couple of weeks. We talked about news from Canon and our website. We talked about the perfect length, well, not the perfect length, but the ideal length for street photography lenses in that 50 to 35 millimeter range. And, you know, really depending upon what you're trying to create, that's what we talked about. So that has been, like Mike said, Metro Monday number 7. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you're not already. Please like this video. It really helps out. It doesn't help us out monetarily at all, but it helps you in the search rankings when people are, searching for street photography lenses. It helps us get up there and get the videos seen. Also, make sure you're checking out all of our social links, subscribing to the Facebook and all that stuff. We're going to try to be pushing more content out to the social stuff and getting a little bit better at that.
Yeah, we want to be posting more and more stuff on the website, like galleries and stuff like that. Joe's 24mm video is going to come out soon. And just stay tuned to the website. We got lots more stuff coming.
And you can't see those new videos if you're not subscribed, so make sure you subscribe. And like Mike said, with the Twitter and all that stuff, we'll be putting all that stuff out on social media as soon as it comes out. So make sure you stay in touch. Got any questions, like we said, put it in the comments below, or go to MetroPhotog.com/contact. My name is Joe.
And I'm Mike.
And we'll see you next time.